Today I am out and about gathering some resources and valuable lessons just from being in nature. This is one of my favorite times of year as we move into fall, getting close to Mabon. Is it Mabon? Mabon? I don't know. Anyway, these are garlic chives, and they are such good bee food. I mean, I don't know if you can. Hope you can see and hear. The activity. Getting their honey, getting their stores in, doing their thing, their beautiful bee thing. Today I'm out and about admiring, just taking some time to do a meditative walk. This here is horsetail, another wonderful medicinal plant. And it's a little late to harvest, but I would harvest it if I wanted some, if I needed some. I have some of this tinctured already. It reminds you of bamboo with these bands around it. Tends to grow near the water, and it grows very prolifically. So just admiring the horsetail out here. And this has been a good day for mullein. I've seen quite a few, and this will be my last one to gather from. Look at that. Oh, look, two right next to each other. Not going to take all the leaves. I'm just going to take a few. Those are gorgeous. Look at that beautiful mullein. Let's gather a few leaves. So I gathered a few from other plants that I came across in my walk around the property. So I already have a great handful. This is going to be wonderful for over the winter. I'm going to dry these whole so they can be burned like incense. They can always be crumbled for tea. So I'm going to gather a few of these. Yeah. And while we're just out and about, I wanted to share that this little experiment really worked. I put up the deer netting attached to these clamp posts. I don't even know what they're used for, but this is just a little area outside of my garage that I have like a native, working to establish a native medicinal garden. This is where my elecampane is growing, my marshmallow, I have some echinacea. There's room for me to put a few more things down. I'm going to clear out some of the lemon balm, you know, really make this into a little native garden here. And this little experiment with this kept the deer out of here. So that was a worthwhile experiment that I will keep in place. I need to buy a couple more posts because on that end over there, it's not quite secure. I just have it sort of wrapped around the tree. But yeah, that worked. Glad to see it. And I can show you the marshmallow. This is the marshmallow plant, which has started to really establish here in this space. And so this is going to seed now. These little velvety leaves are so nice. Oh, feels so nice. Thank you, marshmallow. And so I wonder if I can collect some of these. It's interesting that it is starting to, feels like it wants to do a little late season blooming happening over here. It's a bloom. We have a blossom up here, another bloom underneath. But I'm going to definitely look into seed saving We have a marshmallow, elecampane, echinacea. So yeah, I'm liking this part of the year as well. So I am pulling out a bunch of lemon balm from this area here. You know, lemon balm can take over. So this little area is teaching me about boundaries, the need for boundaries and the need for balance. Because I want my echinacea to spread and have room to thrive over here. So I'm pulling out the lemon balm, and I'm doing it by hand because, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't want to be so rough on the earth, you know? There are times when I'm gonna need to use tools. Like, I don't know about this here staghorn sumac coming out by hand. But, you know, it's taken me a long time. To learn the different plants, to learn them enough to where I can comb through all this and decide what I want to keep and what's gonna need to go. Now these lemon balm plants are on runners. They they grow and spread like crazy. Here's the plant I just pulled up. But see, there was the root that was in the ground. And then you see this here coming off of it, making another plant. These are runners. Lemon balm grows according to runners, like mint. So, she gets around. Okay, so the lemon balm liberation is about complete. I have a few little areas of things I need to clip, like I said, with the clippers, but at least the marshmallow is free. Every echinacea plant that I spotted, I worked to leave intact. We have our elecampane here. Now, I think those back there are Dane's Rocket, which I love, but they do spread a lot. So I don't know what I'll do with those. And these here, I don't think these are oxeye daisies. I think these are Shasta daisies. I'm not sure. I mean, I like them. I'll leave them there for the moment. But anyway, so this is today. Cleared up space for some more plants to go down for sure, but needs a little more fine tuning in this area. So yeah, this is one of the native medicinal areas. Pollinator garden too. And as you can see, let me get over here so you can see better. The ginormous pile of lemon balm, raspberry, little tiny staghorn sumac and poke, little daisy fleabane. Yeah, this is our big pile that we took up out of there. Remember, Lottie, remember today's lesson is about boundaries and balance. My fence is a great boundary. And balance. We just did not need that much lemon balm. Not that lemon balm isn't amazing and beneficial, but when it's choking out all the other plants, we need to adjust things. This is a shot from the other side. Like I said, I just used deer netting and these little clamp posts to establish a boundary, and it worked really good. I think because deer, you know, they don't want to jump into a little enclosed area, even if it is a low fence. It just worked. So I'm happy about that. And as you can see by all the clear space in there, we're striving for a little more balance so that the plants that we want to thrive and grow have the space to do so. And these are all of our mullein leaves. Now I might move these in the house. I could always put them in the dehydrator. Today I think the weather is nice. It's not gonna rain, and the tablecloth could absorb any moisture that might induce mold or anything like that. Often I've just left them out here for a number of days until they get nice and crisp and dry. But you know, keep your eye on them. You may want to change the location if you feel like you need to. But look, these are all of our wonderful respiratory medicinal mullein leaves for fall. This can be burned. It can be smoked. It could be made into a tea, but when I gather these big leaves, I usually use them for incense, like incense, I mean, but as a breathing treatment or adding to a smoke blend for respiratory conditions, from asthma to the common cold to complications of more serious medical conditions such as lung cancer. Not that it cures cancer, but the cough, the snatching cough that can grab you, it can provide relief to that. But it is healing to the lungs. I'm just not saying that it's a cure for cancer or anything like that. Mullein leaves. I think this is another good example of balance as well, because like I mentioned before, we don't harvest all the leaves that are available. I just took a few from each plant, and that way it ensures that the plant continues to thrive and shares its abundance with us. So that's about it for today. I thank you so much for joining me on this little walk around, work around, gathering lessons and resources from nature. And I hope that you liked this video. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. You can always check us out over on Patreon, where we are working away on our herbalism and other interesting things. And until I see you in the next video, take care.